Hello guys, and today Ukrainian armed forces destroyed Russian submarine Rostov-on-Don, which is a new course in the menu of our achievements. 27, well actually perhaps 28 Russian ships that were located in the Black Sea were destroyed since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion, which was definitely a mistake. And I'm really excited to tell you about this new kind of targets that we have successfully neutralized with either Storm Shadow or ATACMS, because this is a very evil Russian submarine that was capable of carrying Kalibr missiles, and you all know how often they destroy Ukrainian cities and Ukrainian lives. But not anymore. So let's continue this Russian Black Sea Navy bingo with the Rostov-on-Don submarine that evaporated. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, I love my country, and if you want to follow the update, subscribe and demonstrate your solidarity with my country and people who fight for freedom and democracy around the world. So you know that a couple of previous nights were really loud inside Russia and on the territory of the temporarily occupied Crimea. And there were explosions on Morozovsk airfield recently, lots of explosions on the military objects in Rostov and Kursk, but I want to focus on a new menu on the course, and this is a big Russian submarine known under the name Rostov-on-Don, which is the name of one of the Russian cities, actually the center of Rostov region, that because of Russia's war against Ukraine also turned into a war zone. So this is a big submarine that is classified according to NATO terminology as Kilo, and it is capable of carrying Kalibr missiles, and not just capable, it was carrying 4 Kalibr missiles. You all know this is among the Russian arsenals that they target on Ukraine, and they are quite evil as the time that a missile needs to travel to its target is really short, and that's why when some bad things happen because of Russia in Ukraine, often they are caused by Kinzhal or Kalibr missiles. But neutralizing such submarine is definitely an achievement that will help save more Ukrainian lives, but not only. It is also important for the security of the world, because the weaker Russia is, the safer it is on the planet. Trust me, I'm Ukrainian and I know what I'm saying. Before reporting this news, I have checked them on BBC, and they provide the description of the submarine that I think is quite interesting to share with you, because apart from this neutralization -1 Russian evil weapon, we may also speak about the demoralization of the Black Sea Navy in Russia. So this submarine, Rostov-on-Don, was actually quite new. It started its service in 2014. Then in 2017, it won the prize in some kind of Russian submarine competition and was considered the best Russian submarine. So we can say that tonight Ukrainian armed forces sent the best Russian submarine to hell. Or if you prefer the phrase that became extremely popular at the very start of the invasion, I will quote it: Russian warship, go yourself, because we have to be polite on YouTube, but we don't have to be polite on the battlefield, and especially playing bingo with Russian warships. Subscribe to see Russia defeated and to celebrate Ukrainian victories, which are important for the survival of democracy and freedom-loving nations. So anyway, in 2017, the submarine got the prize, and it moved to the Black Sea 1 week before the start of the full-scale invasion, so in February 2022. And now we may say that in September 2024, it was destroyed together with the missiles on board. Russia will not report much about that. You know, they hide their losses, they hide their destructions, but before reporting the news, I check them on trustworthy sources, and for me, BBC is definitely the one. What is also important, Russia typically reports about the destroyed warships or killed military men months or even years after the event takes place, and this is quite common for authoritarian regimes that always hide all of their troubles with the help of censorship, something very different from the countries that value freedom of speech. So in total, we may say that Ukrainian armed forces have destroyed 27, well actually 28 Russian warships, and the majority of the Black Sea is now open for safe travel. We don't need any grain deals anymore, and this is another vivid illustration. It is always better to defeat the aggressors than to start negotiations that will simply freeze the conflict and let them regroup, get more weapons or more people. The best way to negotiate with aggressors is to defeat them. And we demonstrate this case on the example of the Black Sea Aquatorium. And by the way, when speaking about Ukrainian victories, we have to concentrate not only on the front lines, but also on what is happening in Crimea, what is happening inside the Russian Federation. And we may say that lots of their regions have already become war zones. Plus, those of you who watched the Russian naval parade recently might have noticed they lacked a lot of warships, which is another proof that it may be even more than 27 or 28 destroyed, because once again, Russia is hiding its losses, its failures. They love reporting fake economic statistics. They like reporting fake military achievements. By the way, I will link an interesting video on Russian economic lies supported by 8 ministers of the European Union, countries, ministers of finance, so that you can check it if you haven't seen it before. Because it's extremely important to understand that Russia is pretending that sanctions do not work, or that it can continue the war for ages, when in reality it is really close to the defeat and collapse. And only after that, negotiations are possible and some restored security system in the world may work out. That's why we need more storm shadows, more attackams to attack them. And guys, once again, it's not just about the saving of Ukrainian lives, which is in itself a very important reason, I believe. But it is also about making Russia weaker. And it's important, unfortunately, having seen their actions against civilians, against lots of countries, starting from Chechnya, Georgia, Moldova, Ukraine. They are ready to continue, but we don't want to witness that. Better learn on our mistakes and help us defeat them while still in Ukraine. That's the best solution for the future of the planet. I know you know that, but help me spread the word around the world. Well, join me on Instagram, X, Threads, and Discord. Share these videos if you like them on your social media platforms. Also check our merch shop. There are lots of good items that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming patrons and sponsors of the channel, and helping me develop and film and write more. I'm very grateful for that. But most importantly, thank you for standing with Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!